You have your chair, but you're going to be standing up. We're not going to start sitting down. I'm not going to take this lying down. I'm not going to take it sitting down either. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ron. This is Ageless Balance. It is good to have you here. We are going to do today, we're going to warm up like this first. We'll do more, but this is how we're going to start out. And then we will do some standing leg exercises, some seated leg exercises, just whipping the legs around, getting the muscles warmed up, getting strength through all the walking muscles. And then from there, we will go to upper body weightlifting. We all be like Arnold Schwarzenegger going, whoa, when we're done. All right, here we go. We're going to rotate first. So right here, feet shoulder width apart, arms up. Rotate through the shoulders first, just small, very, very, very small. And then bring it around to the other side, same thing. And roll the shoulders and bring it back in into a forward stagger step. We're going to bring the elbows up this time. Again, bring them around. Elbows are up to keep the shoulder blades back in a straight line, because when you turn, you should be turning through the hips, or I'm sorry, not through the hips, through the shoulders, torso only. Feet stay flat on the floor. Come back to center. Other side, same thing. Step it out. Stagger step. Elbows up. Push with that lead hand against that back hand. And turn above. Knee doesn't flare out. Foot does not come off the floor. It is all the way full floor contact. And bring it back in again. Shoulder circles like this. We'll get marching while we do it. Shoulder blades back, shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the chest, and then go forward, opening up the back as you go. As big as is comfortable for you. Don't go huge if your shoulder says you can't go huge. Listen to your body. Do what it says. It is only trying to protect itself, and that's in your best interest. And we're good. Lateral steps, we're going to reach out to the side with the foot, tap the toe, bring it back in. Other side out and in. Step and bring it back. Out and back. Got that weight shift going. You comfortable with it? What we're going to do is take the foot out, reach the arm across, through the shoulder, feel the stretch all the way up the shoulder, up the back, and to the other side. Same thing. Rotating the hand, of course, as always, and back in. Foot out, pivot off the ball of the foot as you bring the arm across. Keep this other hip straight, though. Don't let the whole body torso twist. We're trying to open up those hips and warm them up, because we're going to be doing lower body strength exercises. So we want those joints nice and flexible and back, out. We want the juices flowing in them, the synovial fluid in the joints, protecting them, keeping them from hurting. Out and out. Cross body, right straight across. Shoulders rotate, not the torso, so just bring the arms around. Back elbow back, front elbow front. Keeping those shoulders in a straight line as you go across, not just reaching across with one arm, but rotate and push. Turn and push. And again, one more time, each side, one there and one there. Going to a skater. Going to a skating party we are right here. Or a garden party. Went to a garden party. Tap the toe and toe. Again, we're working on these hips. Inner thighs pulling that muscle or pulling that leg across and back. Hip is opening up. There's all sorts of movement happening as that leg goes back and around, tap and forward. Plus the balance you're working on. Get the arms involved. Shoulder blades back, squeeze them together, and then bring the arms, cross them over the front, stretching out the upper back. Alternate which hand is on top as you come forward. Feel the stretch through the chest, through the back, front chain and back. And around. And a couple more. One here. One here. And we're good. Reverse lunge. We're just going to step it back like this. And back up forward. Step back and up. Pick the foot up. Ball of the foot touches in the back. Push through that front leg and then walk that back leg up and in. Out and in. Right underneath. You roll the hips. Push up through that heel and then bring that other leg in. Out and in. As you step back, bring the shoulders back. Open up the chest and then forward Roll the shoulders forward, squeeze, tree hugging, and back. Opening up the chest. And forward, one more time, back. And up. And there we go. Forward lunge, out, and back. Coming out, off the ball of the foot, off the heel. Coming out, dropping on the heel and down to the ball of the foot. Coming back, opposite way. This time, as you go forward, we're going to bring these arms all the way back behind us. Step forward, reach the arms up overhead as high as you can get, palms back, and then bringing that foot back in, arms down and out. So don't lean forward as you put the arms behind you. If you go here and then you start, it feels like the arms are going higher, but nothing is happening through the shoulders where we want it to. So stepping forward, up, overhead, shoulder blades back, squeeze it, and back down. One more time each side, up and over. Such a great stretch for the front of the shoulders. And back, last one, up, roll it, and back, down again. We're going to go out to the side, arm goes with it, and bring it in. Hand rotates, rotate that palm, push, and bring it back in again. Don't lean out after that leg. You're not going out with it. You want the shoulder to extend out. Stretch happens here through the shoulder socket itself. Out and in, out and back. One more each side, one over here, bring it in, one over there. We're good. Bring the heel up. We're stretching out these quadriceps, these thigh muscles up. Knee stays pointed to the floor. If you want to hang on to the chair, you should. If you don't feel comfortable that you have balance right here, or you're spending all your time wobbling and trying to get your balance, we're trying to warm up the muscles. Grab onto a chair. Get the movement right. Up. We get the balancy thing coming a little later. Up. Arms up. Shoulder blades back as you bring the heel up. Squeeze it together. Heel comes up as high, again, as is comfortable for you, as you're able to do. So you may not get a whole lot of stretch out of that. That heel may not come up very high. Doesn't matter. The longer you do this, the higher it's going to come up, the stronger those muscles are going to get. The more they're going to stretch out, the better this is going to be, and the easier. So you always add that challenge by putting just a little more intensity into it as you go, but only as much as is right for you. We don't go all out first time. Back and back. Back to the stagger step. We're going down to the lower body. So knee is over the ankle on that front foot. Back foot, you've got knee, toe in alignment. Feet are parallel, so don't have back foot out to the side. You want it straight with the front one. We're just going to hip hinge over that front leg. And back up. Small move, super small move. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, looking right straight in front of you, and just keep your gaze right in the same line. Back of the head stays exactly where in the same straightness. Wow, that came out really well. Let's try this again. Down, shoulder blades are back, chest is out, and push back up. Feel the work in the front leg. Keep that knee right where it is. Don't let it come in and push up with that front leg. Use the muscles through the hips to lift you back up again. You're pushing through that front foot, but it's not doing all the work. And up. Reach out as you go forward. Arms out as far as you can get them. And then as you come up, bring the arms right up overhead. Hold right there and back down. Other side, same thing. This hip hinge is really important. We do it in everything. All of our exercises usually involve a hip hinge. So you want to be able to keep those shoulder blades back, back of the head and tailbone always in alignment. And it's just a hinge forward. Nothing moves. Nothing moves with this hip. And up. Down. And up. Keep the weight out of the toes. If you start putting the weight in the toes, it's going to go right through the middle of the knee. You're going to feel it, and it's going to hurt. And up. Maybe not today. Maybe not right now. But soon. Bring it down. Just keep the weight out of the toes. Those are for balance only. And back up. One more time. Hip hinge. Down. Hold it right there. Stop right there. Arms back. Shoulder blades back into a reverse. Reverse fly. Bring them back. and forward. Then we're going to go elbows back and out into that reverse fly and back, triceps kick back, extend at the elbows, bring them back in, out, around, and up. One more time. Elbows back, extend at the elbows, hands out, bring the hands back in, extend out front, and shoulder blades back, squeeze it, and bring it up again. Punches, yes, cross body. Feet side by side, little wider than shoulder width apart, arms up in front. Starting out with just push. What I'd like you to practice here is as that arm goes out, don't let you go with it. Just the arm goes out. Don't turn the shoulders to go with it. Just let that arm extend out and back in. Work that shoulder. Rotate the hand as you go. Feel the movement happening in the socket itself. Universal joint. You're extending, you're rotating at the same time, out and back. You cheated completely. If you roll that shoulder, you're taking away the stretch to that shoulder socket. So it's out and in, and then we go across and bring it back. Again, arm goes across, reach, and bring it out to the middle. Again, don't turn the hips. Don't turn the hips. Don't do it. Don't do it. And across and back, out and back. We're going to take a forward step and that reach across and back in, other side. Forward lunge, reach, and back. You're rotating the shoulders just like we did in those rotations, and back. The whole shoulder girdle turns. Arm out as far as it'll go, bring it back in, out, and in, giving you all sorts of range of motion and flexibility from the middle of the back all the way up to the base of the neck. Around and back, shoulders, chest, all of that. One more time. Reach and back in again. All right. Just nice and easy. Pick that foot up and step out. Last one we're doing, then we'll go on to our next set and bring it in. So we're going to be doing single leg, lifting the leg out to the side. So I want you to get a feel for that. Stationary leg, flat on the foot is flat on the floor, knee has a little bend in it. Step out and step back. Out, tap the toe, slowly bring it back in. Stay as long as you can on that stationary leg. And I'm not having any luck out to the left side. Let's try this again. Step and back in, out, heel up, toe up, and bring the leg in. Step out, up and in, out, toe up, and in. One more time each side. Bring it back, other side, and down. We're good. Grab a drink of water. Would you please? I lost my water. Don't go anywhere. You just drink. Drink, Papa, drink. It was hidden behind my chair. I found it. Never mind. I'll have to edit that out before I put it online. All right. Keep standing. Keep standing. Nope. Keep sitting. Keep sitting on. We're going down in the chair. Back your back of the legs, back of the lower legs. Calf muscles up against the chair, butt back. So really work on this every time you sit down on a hard chair. It's just butt out, shoulder blades back, taking it down as slowly as you can. Work the muscles in the legs, in the hamstrings, in the glutes. All those muscles are working together. Shoulder blades are back as you sit down. Plopping is really bad. One, it doesn't strengthen the muscles at all. They get weaker. But it really starts to put a stress on all the joints, on your spine. As you take that plop down, and usually there's a twist that goes with it. Yeah, don't do that. All right. You ready? You back? I'm back. Fingers intertwined, hands behind the thigh. Roll the shoulder blades back, extend out, and bring it back in. Shoulder blades are back, chest out. Take it out. Take the toe right here, right here, right here. Bring the toe back. Feel the muscles working in the front of the shin, muscle stretching in the calves, and out. Extend the toe out. Bring it back to the middle and drop the leg down. Again, make sure you got that proper posture. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, ears over the shoulders. Extend, toe back, toe forward as far as you can get it, back to the middle, and down. One more time. Up. Flex that ankle, get that toe up there. Great stretch through the hamstrings, or through the calf muscles and the back of the heel. And then extend out. Muscles working in the back of the leg. Muscles stretching in the front. Relax. Bring it down. And down. Other side. Same thing. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Get your posture first. So it's a good idea first. Get the hands down there. Roll the shoulder blades back. And as you come up, bring the leg with you. And then roll the shoulder blades back one more time, keeping that neutral posture. Up, just relax the toe. And back down. We're going to do that a couple times. Get that muscle warmed up in the top of the leg. One that's lifting that lower leg. Up. Hold for a count. Don't just drop it right back down again. And nice and slow, controlling the motion. Bring it back down. All right. Up and hold. Toe back. First one is always the best. You can really feel the stretch on that first flex. And then extend out at the toe. Back to the middle. And let it drop down. Reassess your posture. Make sure that you're still in that neutral position. It's so easy. The shoulders come down just a little bit. Always reset. We're going up with the leg. Toe back. Extend the knee just a little bit more so you can feel a really good stretch in the back of the lower leg. And then extend the toe out. In and down. One last time. Shoulder blades back, chest out. And start it. Bring it up. Flex. Push that heel out just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little, so you can feel the stretch happening in the back of the lower leg. And then extend the toe out. Bring it back in. Bring it down. And relax. So we did the flex and extend on the foot. We're going to do the side to side to get some lateral rotation through it. Find your neutral position. Make sure everything's in alignment. Knees, toes, hips, shoulders. Everything's lined up straight right out in front of you. Out, out, out. Walk it in. So take up, toe raise. Get those toes toward each other as much as they can without letting the legs collapse, without letting the knees come together. Keep the knees out there. You want the stretch to happen in the ankle. And in. So you're not going to get a lot of movement on bringing the toes in. That's not going to be a big move. You can make it a big move by doing all sorts of crazy things, but let's kind of keep it so that we're working the muscles specifically that we're looking for, and that is the ankles. Out. Out, heels out, toes out, heels out, heels in, toes come together, heels. One more time. Out, 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 and straight, and then bring it back, heels first, in as far as you can get them. Bring the toes in. Heels click together like you're Dorothy going home, and then the toes. Feels good, doesn't it? All right. One leg at a time. Leg goes out. Leg comes in. Extend and contract. Hip flexors right here. Super important on this one. Sitting in the chair. If you need to on this one, get your back against the back of the chair as you extend and pull in. If you've got the core muscles, if you're comfortable, if it doesn't hurt your lower back, come out just a little bit on the chair. In and out. In. As you go out, you can tap the heel on the floor and hold it there. And then bring it back in. Out. And back in. Get that tuck. Get the shoulder blades back. One more time. Bring it in. Hold. And extend. Should have felt that in the front of the leg. Thighs, hip flexors. Those hip flexors, those muscles right in the front of the hip. Other side. Ready. Extend and tuck. Out. What we're doing is we're working these hip flexors. If you were walking, this would be lifting the leg. That would be that part of the gait pattern. It would be lifting your leg up as you start. We have to get that leg up so we get that foot away from the ground so we don't shuffle. We don't let the foot drag on the floor of the ground. And out, in, and out. One more time. And back out. Again, stretch this out a little bit. Starting with right leg, toe up, come out to the edge of the chair, shoulder blades are back. This one is really good to be on the edge of the chair for, because what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the foot. The toe turns with the knee, so the entire leg, that entire leg, the whole assembly, ankle to hip is turning. So it's like somebody's grabbing onto the leg and they're just twisting it so that all of the motion is happening, all the movement is happening in the hip socket, out and in. Again, as long as you concentrate on that knee and toe going in the same direction, out and back in, roll it out and roll it back. Other side, same thing. Again, we've taken the hip in all kinds of directions, again, because it can. It's meant to be like that. You should be able to go all the way around on one side of you, letting that hip open up all the way around. Should have that kind of flexibility, and that's what we're looking for. In. Turn it out. Turn it in, knee toe point. And back. Two more. Cross front and the side. We're also working the inside, those hip adductors, the ones that inner thigh muscles that pull that leg in at the same time, and bring that back in. Going back, extend one leg. We're just going to hold on to the chair, grab onto the bottom of the chair as you do this. We're going to lift the leg up just a little bit bend in the knee, and back down again. If you catch yourself doing this, shoulders hunching, you're looking down at the foot or at the toe as you do this, grab onto the back of the chair, roll the shoulder blades back. You want to be looking right out in front of you as you lift and back down. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder, but it's a lot more effective. Up. You're getting gain from this, where when you lean forward and lift the leg up, you're not getting anywhere near the strength needed to lift that leg up when you're in neutral position. And when you walk, you should be in neutral position. So you want to be able to have those muscles strong in the rest of your body, keeping your body in alignment. Up and back down one more time. Up and back down. Other side. So all we're doing is a little bend in the knee, sitting upright in the chair, completely upright, just lifting. You get that little bend in the knee, it stays right there. So don't hinge at the knee. It's heel to the floor, heel up, down, and back up. A couple more. Take it down, bring it up. Last one. Control as you come down. Heel touches softly, and then lift it back up again. And all the way in. That was fun. That was a good time. All right, heel raises. Just heel raises. We're concentrating on here. Cross the ball of the foot. Inside to outside. All has contact with the floor. Don't let yourself roll out to the outside or knees come together. Keep that alignment all the way down. And back down. Push down with the hands if you want a little extra. A little resistance there. Pushing down. Feel the muscles working, in the calves, working against those hands. And back down. As you press down, you'll also feel as you press down the muscles in the arms and the shoulders working, the chest. So we're getting an upper body and lower body at the same time by doing it this way. It's up to you. It's what's right for you. Bring it up. Concentration here is on the ball of the foot staying flat, knees staying in alignment, shoulder blades back, chest out. And back down. Two more. Two. Foot out and back as far as you can get it under the chair. If you've got a rung on the front of the chair, you just bring it back until you hit it. Out on the heel, back on the toe if you can. So this is control. You have to lift the leg. By leaving that toe down, you have to lift the leg higher. And then as you come out, toe comes up, you hit the heel. Back up, bring it in, toe down, and tap. This is a lot like walking, by the way. So this is a gait. This is a step. Out, shoulders back, chest out. Bring it in, tap. Lift, extend, softly hit the heel down, pick the foot up slowly, bring it in, tap the toe, up, out. Other side, same thing. We're going to extend at the ankle, or at the knee, sorry, lifting that heel up off the floor, bringing the knee up, push the toe back, tap the toe, lift the leg, and back down. In, flex at the knee, tap the toe, so you're extending at the ankle, back up, out, and down. 2 more. Up, leg raise. In, hamstring curl. Toe down, working that ankle, working the muscles in the back of the lower leg, those calf muscles. Extend back out, using the quadriceps, and back down nice and slow. Hip flexors 1 more time. Up. This exercise is hitting so many muscles in the lower body. And this is all the muscles you use for walking. And the beauty of sitting in a chair on this one is you can really concentrate on making sure that you've got the movements right as you're doing them. Grab a drink of water. We're going to stand next, just for a little bit, not for very long. Do a sit to stand as you get up out of the chair. No struggling. No struggling getting up. I don't believe that we're going to get to the weights. I don't see it happening. Sorry. I made you get them and everything. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Monday we don't have class. It is Memorial Day. It's one of those days. Memorial or Labor? Memorial Day. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. So we're going to do lower body exercises. A couple things to focus on. Neutral position, ears over shoulders, over hips, over knees, over ankles. Everything stacks. All the weight, all the work is distributed on each of the joints instead of any one joint having to do the work, and then it starts getting out of alignment. Now you've got one part of the joint doing all the work instead of the whole thing. The other thing you want to be careful of is always have a bend in the knees, always on both legs. So when we're bringing that leg out to the side, that leg that's moving has a little bend in the knee. The stationary leg's super important. Make the muscles do the work around the joint. We're strengthening the muscles up by keeping that little bend in there. If you lock it out, it takes the work off of the muscle and puts it into the bone. Not meant for that at all. Muscles are so much stronger. Bring it up. We're doing this now. I'm sorry. And back in. Hold on to the chair. Keep the torso upright as you lift that leg to the side. Toe forward. Biggest mistake mostly made with this one is toe out and the whole foot comes forward. You're coming right out the side, leading with the heel, not leaning in the opposite direction. Again, this gets the leg up really high, but it accomplishes nothing. Right here, you want to feel it in the outside of the hip, going into the glutes, middle of the butt, right on the side there. Out, squeeze those muscles, feel them tighten up, hold it there, and then bring it back in. Out, squeeze it. And back in. If you're holding this hip upright and in where it's supposed to be, you're feeling it in the outside of that opposite hip. It is having to maintain tension on those muscles the whole time to keep you in alignment right here. Torso over base of support. Out. And in 1 more time. Lead with the heel. And back in again. To the other side we go. So sometimes we do this with all sorts of exercises with the left leg, then all sorts of exercises with the right leg. Hips get really sore from that. So let's just switch off, alternating. I'm not going to do that to you today. Chest is out, shoulders back, leg comes out the side. Again, toe forward, heel Feels like you're leading with that heel, like you're pushing the heel out. You kind of are. That's what engages these muscles, getting them through the glutes. And back in, up, shoulder blades back, squeeze it tight. And back in. Feel those butt muscles working. You have to contract them, tighten them up. You'll feel the hips come forward, putting you even in a better alignment. And back down. Up, squeeze the glutes. And back in. 2 more. Out, hold, and bring it in. Last one. Out, squeeze, and in. So after doing both sides, you should feel it. Both sides on the outside of the hip, going back to the butt. Going around to the back of your chair. We are going to the back of the chair. We're going to come up on the balls of the feet. Hanging on to the back of the chair. Don't try balancing here. Use those muscles in the back of the leg to lift the heel. You want to be able to feel the muscles working in the back of the lower leg. And then back down nice and slow. And you're there. Don't lean forward. Another thing that's super easy to do on this one is lock out the knees. Get those knees going right straight back. You don't want that. You want that little bend. Ball of the foot's flat on the floor all the way across, bringing the heels up as high as you can get them. Feeling those muscles cramp up back there, like they want a Charlie horse on you, and come back down. Don't let them. Up. Underneath. Keep your posture. Don't let yourself lean forward. Shoulder blades are back. Just keep looking right out in front of you. And back down one more time. Because I guarantee if you look down, the shoulders are going to go with you. You're going to get into that hunch position. Get used to looking out front, in front of you, just like when you're walking, you need to be able to see what's coming up. And back down again. Ooh. We did that well. I felt that. All right. Hamstring curls. Going around the other side here. Knee points to the floor. That is the floor down there. So the legs are parallel, right side by side, and heel comes up, toe comes down. Little bend in the knee on that stationary leg, as always, protecting that joint. Up and back down. Bring it up, squeeze that muscle back there. Those hamstrings in the back of the thigh. And back down. So we did that. First exercise was for the outside of the hip and for the glutes. Second exercise was for the lower leg. This one, back of the lower leg. This one's for the back of the upper leg. Squeeze. And back down one more time. Bring it up. Tighten it up. And back down. So one thing I need to stress is when you're bringing that heel up, it doesn't matter how high it comes up. So I do this a lot during the day. You may not be able to get all the way up like that. That doesn't matter. Bring it up as high as you can. And what you don't want to do is let that knee come up. So we go here, and then we feel like we're doing more when we bring that heel gets closer to the butt because the knee goes forward. But we're not using the hamstrings anymore. So we're going to stretch out the quadriceps in the front of the thigh. We want to strengthen the muscles in the back of the thigh. Keep the knee pointed toward the floor the whole way. You're looking right out in front of you. You've got your neutral posture. Heel up. You're feeling the muscles work in the back of the thigh. The hamstrings up. Down nice and slow. Control the movement up and down. That's those fine motor muscles we're working. I think that makes the movement fluid, which is taking all the stress off the joints. If you just clomp your foot down on the floor and don't put it down softly, the joints have to take the abuse from that. Up. And back down one more time. Bring it up. And back down. And remember, fine motor muscles. If you can strengthen those up, the faster your reaction time will be. And it's amazing how much reaction time we lose as we get older. All right. This one, toes are going to come up. This is not a huge move at all. What you don't want to do here is lift the butt up or push the butt out so you get the toes higher. This is staying in that neutral position. Shoulder blades are back, looking right out in front of you, lifting the toes off the floor as much as you can, and back down. Max you're going to get is 30 degrees. Unless you've got like some super different joints, which some people do. Some people have some real movable joints. But normally for most people, the highest you're ever going to get is 30 degrees. Not even a 45-degree diagonal. It's just a little move up. You're going to feel the muscles working in the front of the lower leg, around the shin bone. Up. Hold it, stay on your heels. And back down. The other thing we're doing here is we're teaching the brain what it feels like to be on just your heels. And to be comfortable with it, to feel safe with it. Remember to bend those knees. Again, another one that's easy to lock out. One more time. Toes up. And back down again. So that time we worked the front of the shins. We did the quadriceps, the front of the thighs when we were sitting down. Hip flexors one more time. Toes forward, standing by the side of the chair. Little bend in the knee. You're just going to lift one leg. Up. You want to be very conscious of that stationary leg. Bend in the knee. Keep the foot flat on the floor. You stay looking in front of you. Joints stacked. Up. And back down again. You're going to feel it right here in the front of that hip. As you lift the leg, muscles are going to be working here in the quadriceps as well to keep that lower leg up. And back down, muscles pull. So as you tighten, that takes whatever's below it and moves it. And back down. So when you tighten the quadriceps, the lower leg comes up. When you tighten the hamstrings in the back, the heel comes up. Up. But remember, all muscles work together. So the quadriceps and the hamstrings both have to be strong, equally strong, so that they can work together to make that full movement in and out, full range. One more time. Up, hold, and back down. Other side, same thing. Maintaining that neutral position. Find it first. Little bend in the knees, shoulder blades back. Weight from ball of the foot to the heel, and then lift that leg out in front. First couple of these are really easy. After you've done a couple of them, then you're going to start feeling those muscles working. They're starting to fatigue, so there's a little more oomph that has to go into it to hold it there. And that's why we go slow. Motion is easy. Slow motion is a lot harder. Up. Requires a lot more muscle strength. It also requires the fine motor muscles to do a lot more work. Up. Hold. And back down one more time. Up. Hold it. And back down again. We're going to put that together. We're going to put all of that together. Get rid of your chair. We're going to walk. That's it. First part of the walk cycle is bringing the heel up off the floor. That's the muscles in the back of the calf muscles. Lifting up. From there, you're going to lift the leg up. That's those hip flexors right in the front here that lift that leg up. These have to be strong to get the foot high. Now we're going to bring the toe up and step forward out using the quadriceps and the shin muscles to bring the toe up. Here's what happens if you don't have the strength in those. The heel doesn't come up. The foot just kind of drags along the floor or the toe catches as you make that step. All the muscles are involved from the hips to the ankles to lift, step forward, pull that toe up, down on the heel, drop. As that ball of the foot is coming to the floor, heel is coming up on the back leg, and the whole process begins again. Up, heel, ball of the foot, toe. Same on the front, same on the back, same as it ever was. And up. If you don't have the strength, shins especially. Somebody asked me about this. They were stubbing their toe a lot lately. And it was that they weren't picking the toe up. The other place that's a real problem is going upstairs. If you can't get that toe up as you go to step up the stairs, if these aren't strong, the hip flexors, you can't pick the leg up high enough, and then shins are weak, and you can't get that toe up high enough, then you start falling forward, and stairs get really hard. That's when you get into this leaning forward to try to get up into it. Let's go ahead and sit down. Grab your water before you do, though. and down. So all the exercises we did, if you look back, watch the video again. It's out there. All of those were specific to walking. Every one of those. Ankle flexibility, knee movement, strength from the ankle all the way up to the hip, front and back. Glutes are a huge piece of all of that as well. You ready? Fingers intertwined, palms up. Palms to the ceiling, stretch it out. Great exercise for everything. Stretches the muscles, stretches the shoulders, all the way around the arm, upper arm, lower arm, wrists, and fingers, knuckles. Come on down on the side. Keep the sits bones flat on the chair as you bring that arm over the top. Keep the head up so the ear is on the inside of the upper arm. Stretch through the shoulder and back up. Be very careful on this that you are going right to the side, not leaning forward and then turning or doing a side bend. That puts a lot of strain on the vertebrae. And use that hand. That top hand pulls you back up again. And arms down. Shake that out. Feet apart. I love this exercise. Push up. Right down the middle. Keep the back straight. Right up into the head. Comes down. All the hinging happens in the hips. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. Feel the glutes stretching out. Lower back. And push up. Keep the chin up. Don't let the head go below the heart. One more time. Down, down, down. Deep breath in. Exhale. Drop a little bit more. And push back up. Rotation. Left hand outside the right knee. Grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. And with that back shoulder, rotate. Here's what really happens is that back shoulder turns around. So you're looking out in front of you. You got those shoulder blades back. You're starting with that back shoulder going as far around as it can. And then the torso follows. Not very far. You will not be able to get a lot of rotation in this. You don't need it. If everything's in alignment, you're going to get all kinds of stretch because everything's right out at its edge. All right. Shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Roll that front shoulder or the back shoulder and then turn the torso. Shoulder blades back one more time, chest out. And bring it back to center again. Shake it out. We're out of time. Bring it down. We're going to do one inhale. So bringing the arms up. Shoulder blades come back. Arms come up. Deep breath in through the nose, filling up the lungs. Stomach gets pushed out so that you can get air into the lower lungs. Push the stomach out one more time and then exhale. Bringing the arms down, twiddling the fingers. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Remember, Monday is a holiday. We will be getting together again next Wednesday. Thank you, guys. Thanks for showing up today. I appreciate it.